Well, produce was a star performer during the pandemic, with record sales increasing. And now, in those inflationary times, the industry feeling a little bit of a pinch. Chip Carter was in Tampa for the Southeast Produce Council Southern Exposure and has this report from one of the annual highlights of the show.
The unveiling of the Power of Produce report is always one of the marquee items at Southern Exposure. It's a joint effort between FMI and Anne-Marie Roerink, who RFD-TV viewers know well. She's from 210 Analytics. Anne-Marie, this is where we come together every year and you tell the industry what just happened in the last 12 months and what is probably going to happen in the next 12 months. We're in a time that's kind of chaotic. We saw huge growth during the pandemic, especially in the produce sector. Everybody was staying at home and cooking. They were buying more fresh. Now we've seen some real financial pressure, some economic pressure because of inflation. Everything's a little bit chaotic and in a tilt-a-whirl right now. Give us an update on where things are at.
100%. I call it the roller coaster ride that we all started in March of 2020. And each time it seemed that the roller coaster was pulling into the end station, something else rolled around. So COVID got under control a little bit more and boom, inflation started to gear up. And it's not just inflation in fruit and veg, which in fact has not been all that bad, but it's really tremendous pressure on America's pocketbook in everything from food and beverages to car insurance, you name it, it is up. And in this day and age, people are paying 35% more for food and beverages than they were prior to 2019. Right. So you can only imagine the impact that has on our industry and everything else.
We've long known around the world it's not uncommon for households to dedicate half their budget to feeding themselves. Yep. In this country, we've been very fortunate that that's never been the case. We've never really felt pressure like this. There was a time when we were last here in Tampa 4 years ago, we were excited about exotic things like dragon fruit and all of these fun things, lychee, and now we're kind of looking more at a standard potatoes and onions kind of market basket, I would think.
You are 100% right. So, consumers are looking for sales promotions, but more than anything, too, they are adjusting what they are purchases. They're very focused on not wasting a whole lot of food. So what they buy, they want to eat. And that means things that have a longer shelf life, a lot of versatility. So you're absolutely right. Potatoes and onions. Certainly berries have done tremendously well. We see salad instead of salad kits, those kinds of things. So people are back to the basics, but then every once in a while I call them merry-making moments when we just feel like we have an opportunity to, take care of our families or ourselves and do something a little bit extra special. That's when people are still willing to spend a little bit more.
It's a different kind of time in the produce industry these days, but they always remember one very important thing at the end of every day: people gotta eat. In Tampa, Florida, I'm Chip Carter from Where the Food Comes From, reporting for RFD-TV.
Thank you, Chip, for that. And the Power of Produce is a joint effort between FMI and 210 Analytics and helps the industry chart its course for the coming year.